Stringer Bell Jr. just had the greatest season a linebacker has ever had, winning the Heisman Trophy after catching over 30 interceptions. Despite the fact that his team was 76 overall, he managed to carry UNLV all the way to the college football playoff, where they sadly met their match in LSU. Struggling in the Mountain West was fun and all, but Stringer decided it was time to play for a team that he could win a natty on. He decided to stay out west and transferred to Oregon to play in the Big Ten for his junior season. His Mountain West rival Avon Barksdale Jr. also entered the transfer portal and committed to Ohio State, who will be the Ducks' biggest competition for the Big Ten title. Let's get into it and see if Stringer can lock down a second straight Heisman Trophy and make a run at a national title. Alright boys, it is time for Stringer's first game at Oregon. I have a feeling this is going to be nice, and he's going to start out the first drive with a pick. Let's go. Coming off of his Heisman Trophy, Stringer's improved even more in the offseason. I have a feeling this season is going to be crazy. I'm shooting for like 40 picks, and Stringer gets another one here. Guarding these slow Utah State players, he is just eating, and he's going to turn this into a nice return too. 2 picks in the first quarter is feeling pretty good, and this offense is cooking. We're out to a nice lead. The game's been a little bit quiet going into the second half, but Utah State running a screen here, and Stringer just reading it beautifully, getting through the blocks. And just like NCAA football 14, this is going to be a clean pick 6. Let's see if we can get 4 on the day in the first game, sitting in the cover 3. Oh yeah, Stringer baits up the hitch route, and it'll be a second pick 6 on the day. Shoot, dude, they're going to get the ball back. We could get another one. Stringer's even more of a force now that he's got to speed up a little bit, and unfortunately Utah State is going to get a touchdown here, so we can't quite get the shutout, but a resounding blowout dub in the first game. And Stringer did exactly what I wanted to see him do. I would be shocked if he doesn't win a second straight Heisman Trophy this year. And National Player of the Week has been secured for week 1. So now we'll see how we do against a real team. We're taking on Baylor. They got a stripe out, and yeah, Stringer's already starting it out with a pick on the corner route. This is kind of Stringer's bag right here. We're not going to be able to get out of there for the pick 6, but a 5th pick on the season already, and we're barely into the second game. And even already, man, I can just feel such a huge difference in this team. Stringer was really playing on hard mode last year. This game did unfortunately get a little bit boring after that nice start, but it's actually kind of close. We got to get a stop here, and the Baylor quarterback gonna scramble, but we're able to track him down and stop him short. Offense did their job, but man, we're having a tough time keeping this quarterback contained. He is actually hella fast. Stringer has to track him down there. Bears do have it down on the goal line again, and going with a screen here, Stringer jumps it, but bro, I hit Y too early. I forget how that works on this game. We get a stupid animation, and that was a big miss. That would have put an end to this game, and instead Baylor's going to get a touchdown to get within 1 score. And offense has been kind of rough. They've got to drive to tie this game up, and the quarterback scrambling again, but won't let us hit him. And this is actually like really frustrating. We can't keep this dude in the pocket, and he just refuses to actually throw the ball. Bro has run the ball 16 times, and coming Stringer's way here, I thought we were in perfect position for a pick, but for some reason we couldn't get a reaction. I guess Stringer was gassed from chasing this quarterback around, and man, that could potentially be a game-losing play, but offense gets a field goal, thank God. It's going to come down to a Hail Mary for Baylor, and Stringer trying to get a cheap pick, and dude actually ended up mossing him, but it won't matter. We're going to get out of there with the dub. Turned out to actually not be a great game for Stringer, despite the fact that he started it out with a pick. I'm hoping for a bigger game against Purdue. We're out here wearing the blackout uniforms. I will say, the shadows in the stadium, pretty annoying. Like, I can't see anything that's going on here on the right side of the field. This one's kind of looking like a classic Big Ten stalemate so far, but Stringer gets his first tackle for loss on the hit. Offense is struggling a little bit though, only gets a field goal out of that. Still no action in the interception game for Stringer, but he's having a much better tackling day today. Purdue's offense, for whatever reason, just not very good for Stringer getting picks. I'm hoping we can get a sneaky one before halftime. And guarding the drag route here, I thought we had it, dude. I should have strafed up. Need something here on 3rd and 15. They're just going with verticals, and I can work with that. Give me that crosser. Interceptions always just feel 1,000 times better when you haven't had one in a minute, and the offense is going to cash that in for a touchdown before half. Now we're in a good spot. The Boilermakers are going to have to start passing more, and I was sensing the screen here. We were in man, so we couldn't jump it fully, but knocking it away for the stop, and now offense is going crazy. That one pick seems to have turned this game around, and look at it, bro. I can't even see anything down here. It's basically pitch black, but we're still getting Stringer Bell interceptions. Kind of surprised the quarterback threw that, but the CPU likes those back of the end zone throws, I've noticed. With 2 picks, I'm feeling like we're back on track, but I would love to get a 3rd to make up for only getting 1 in the last game, as Stringer's teammate actually going to get 1 here. The cornerbacks have been boxing up, which Stringer's kind of used to. We did have great cornerbacks last season. One thing I would just love to see this season is a forced fumble. Through 2 years, Stringer's laid tons of big hits and has 0 forced fumbles to show for it. And we're baiting up the dump off here, getting another huge hit, but once again, we just can't get that forced fumble. Sorry, but I'm gonna need one more, bro. Sitting in the 5 wide, and Stringer baiting up the deep ball will get his 3rd pick of the day, and we might have a shot to take this one back. The Boilermakers have just given up, and it will be a pick 6 for our guy. So a nice little bounce back game for Stringer. Led the team in tackles with 2 for loss and 3 picks. Let's keep it pushing. That'll be another National Defensive Player of the Week. And wait, hold on a second here. Stringer's up on the Heisman watch, but his teammate, the outside linebacker, is above him. He must be getting some sacks or something, I guess. For some reason, this game just values sacks over everything. Dude only has 4.5 too. I mean, that's like really good, but I don't know about Heisman numbers. Now we got a little rivalry game taking on Oregon State at night. And I gotta say, I'm kind of a sucker for these Oregon uniforms. I think they look a little bit gaudy in real life, but on the game they look pretty dope. And the pressure is screaming in from the boys. Love to see it. We gotta stop sending the blitz or that guy's gonna steal Stringer's freaking Heisman. And for some reason they just keep running this screen. I haven't been expecting it. And bro, they're actually gonna go to it again on 2nd down. Stringer jumps it, but they throw it kind of weird. We're at least able to get the tackle. I'm half expecting him to call it again on 3rd down, but it looks like they will just run a normal pass play, and Stringer is on it. Thank you very much. Can we take this back, guys? I'm gonna try to cut it inside, and we got a little bit of space, but we'll eventually get hawked down. Still a huge play though. That gives us a comfortable lead. And with Oregon State trying to get into the end zone again, we will bait up that exact same route. Give me that. Like I said, boys, we tend to just get these interceptions late in the game when teams start throwing it more. I've been putting Stringer in man coverage a lot, and how about it? We get a 3rd pick of the day. Quarterback was scrambling, and we were able to play under that ball just a little bit. So that'll do it for this one. Another nice little game with a weird score. And you know, we may have padded the stats just a little bit for Stringer, but picks are picks. The Heisman voters see him all the same. Dude, Stringer is still behind this guy Dylan Williams on the Heisman watch. That's kind of annoying. We really haven't had like a struggle game so far, and after what we went through last season, I'm okay with that. Until we get to the playoffs, I just want to focus on having a crazy season with Stringer, as he does actually miss a tackle pretty bad there. I haven't been too impressed with Washington so far. Our offense has been cooking their defense, and they've barely done anything. Sadly, no picks for Stringer in that first half, but as we've seen, he's more of a second half type of guy this year. We've just been whipping Washington. They've got another one of these antsy quarterbacks who does nothing but scramble. I've noticed that you tend to get more of these later in like a dynasty or road to glory. I think it's because they oversaturate the game with scrambler athletes, which is really not great to play against when you're trying to get picks. And that's gonna do it for this one. We ended up dominating, but kind of a lame game for Stringer. Now we got Nebraska. Looks like they don't have mini Mahomes anymore, which is kind of sad, but this quarterback's still gonna throw us some picks. This is the type of offense I want to play against. Unfortunately, offense found a way to botch that, and Nebraska's got the ball right back. Looks like they're actually a pass-heavy offense, and this could be the struggle game I've been talking about. Or maybe not. Offense goes right down to get a touchdown. Stringer's just living a life of luxury with a team that can actually do something on offense. With a couple minutes left before half, Nebraska should continue to pass the ball. I'd kind of intended Stringer Jr. to be more of a run defender, but as soon as we got into it, I knew that I just wanted to try to catch picks. It's so much more fun. And Stringer's sitting in man coverage here against the slot, and oh no, dude is gonna run a corner route. I wasn't expecting that at all, and a perfect throw by the Nebraska quarterback. But look at offense, just marching down the field, killing a ton of clock. You can't ask for better. So Nebraska's gonna have a money drive with 2 minutes left. Looks like their quarterback's gonna try to scramble on 3rd down, but we'll just throw the ball away. Okay, it'll be 4th down for the game. They're going with a heavy run formation. This looks like it could be a pass, but no, they just run a stretch and we blow it up. Okay, and just like that, another game won. We take down Nebraska. I don't know why their mascot's doing all this dancing. Not Stringer's best, not his worst. Had an interception, but dude, I do not like being at the bottom of this tackle list here. Despite some quiet games, Stringer's still sitting at number 2 on the Heisman watch, actually right below Lenora Sellers, who apparently transferred to USC. The numbers for Stringer are actually a little bit down this year with 12 interceptions. Hopefully we can have a crazy back half of the season. So now we head to number 3 Michigan, playing in the big house, but Stringer is going to start it out with a pick. You know Michigan doesn't have any quarterbacks, and offense punches it in. Unfortunately, Michigan's run game is pretty tough to stop. We'll have to figure that out. We just need to wait for them to pass it, and looks like they're going play action here. We got a crosser to bait up, and Stringer will get his second in the quarter. Yes, sir. We're balling out in this huge game. But offense just punts it right back, and Michigan staying with the ground game. Stringer's had a tough time taking good angles. Waiting for them to hit another play action, and Stringer meeting the running back in the hole, but for some reason his tackling hasn't been that great. So the Michigan drive continues, and they're going play action again, and once again, dude, Stringer baits up this route, coming off his man and making the play. Unfortunately, our offense hasn't done anything with 3 turnovers, so this is still pretty close, and somehow Michigan has a guy just wide open deep. That'll be a huge play. And Michigan's down in the red zone again, but dude, again and again, Stringer just finds a way to bait this up, and that'll bring him to 4 interceptions on the half, his best game of the year. It's a good thing Stringer picked this game to go off, because offense clearly needs his help, and thankfully we're just going to get a straight up stop on 3rd down. But bro, they punt it away again. Stringer's used to playing games on hard mode though, and trying to get it going again. Dude, this quarterback just will not stop throwing the ball to him. 5th pick on the day, are you kidding me? And offense finally gets a touchdown, but I'm not satisfied, man. I want a 6th pick in this 4th quarter. Michigan does have a chance to get back in the game here, but going with a little screen, and our cornerback picks it off. That's Dalen Austin. And Michigan's got one more chance here, 4th and 10 in their own territory, and oh my god, dude, they're just gonna go up deep, and our stupid cornerback who just caught an interception runs past the receiver. What are we doing, man? That was a crazy catch, and it puts Michigan right back in it, unless offense can kill the clock, and it looks like they might, so that will be the game. We sneak out of there. The fact that Stringer had 5 picks and it was close is actually crazy. But anyways, that's a big win, and a big statistical game will get Stringer definitely back to where he wants to be in the stat sheet. Even after that though, we can't get up over Lenora Sellers. That's actually wild. I'm hoping for a little bit of an easier game against Maryland, and offense started in and out nice, and Stringer will as well. First pick of hopefully many today. One thing I want in this game is a pick 6, man. Feels like we haven't gotten one in a minute, and Stringer baiting this up perfectly, and we might have a shot, dude. We're gonna have to make some moves though, and Stringer hits a beautiful spin. I've never seen a move like that before, and he is just barely gonna get into the end zone. That's about as good as it gets right there. This game has turned into a legitimate blowout, so we can really focus on the stats. Unfortunately, no more interceptions for the boy, but we get a nice dub. The Ducks are looking like a pretty legitimate #1 team right now. The schedule just does not get easier from here, as we're taking on #4 Penn State. Thankfully, this is a home game, but the Nittany Lions gonna find a way to pick up a 3rd down. We shouldn't have gone with man coverage. On 1st down though, we're going back to the blitz, and this time we'll chase the quarterback out for a sack. 14-yard sack on 1st down is actually crazy from Penn State's quarterback. And after that run, we'll have another little 3rd down here. Kind of expecting a screen for whatever reason, but the quarterback has all day, and they hit the crosser. I should have just stuck with that. So the drive continues for Penn State. We got to figure something out. They are another one of these teams that likes to go with the play action, and for whatever reason, these play action crossers are so easy to bait up. That'll be Stringer's 20th pick of the season, stepping out of bounds, and we see him hyping up the crowd here. Dude, I love Oregon's blackout uniforms. And offense has started this game out great. This one has a good feel to it, and Stringer just blowing up the screen on that. And after a turnover from offense, Penn State is down here on the goal line. Gotta try to get a stop as they just go up the middle. I thought we had enough bodies there, but the boys on offense keep holding it down, getting another touchdown. This has been one of their best games. Seems like all we need to do is slow Penn State down, and we've done a pretty good job of that. They do have it on the 1 though, and just going right up the middle, we got nobody home. All right, it looks like this is going to turn into a tussle. It seems like Penn State's figured something out in the run game at least. All of a sudden, we just cannot stop it, and we haven't been good on the goal line so far this game. They go direct snap, and that's easy cash. Now we got our backs against the wall. Got to find a way to clutch up, but the running back just keeps finding ways to kill us. He's no Saquon Barkley, but the Penn State blocking has just been so good. This has been frustrating. And now the Nittany Lions are just running the clock a little bit. Continuing to pass though, we got another 3rd down. Got to make something happen here, guys. Looks like they're just gonna run it again though, and oh my god, we can't get the stop. That is absolutely brutal. And now it looks like they are just running it. We got 3rd and short. Come on, defense, just give me one stop. Let's give offense a chance. Sending the blitz up the middle, and I run committed too. We still can't get the damn stop. This has been a tough one, man. One last chance, we got 3rd and goal, and they actually snapped it with a decent amount of time left on the clock. So yeah, offense will at least get a chance to do something. All right, they knocked through the field goal. 35 seconds. Can we get a field goal, guys? 4th down, and they turn it over. So Stringer is going to take his first loss of the season. Had the pick early on, but Penn State just dialed in with the running game. Unfortunately, this game has been incredibly boring. In the 3rd quarter, Stringer's finally going to get his first stat. And with a 2-score lead, hopefully we can find a way to get something, as Stringer is manned up and will get his first of the day. There we go. We've slowed down a bit, but that's number 21 on the season now. This is not a lead I'm totally comfortable with after last game though. You never know what could happen here. And on 3rd and 6, they're just going with a QB blast. I was expecting a screen, but Singer sits down the quarterback. Offense has put this game away, and now UCLA's airing it out more, and Stringer will get his second of the day. And can we take this back, man? We've had trouble getting pick sixes, but sometimes I forget how agile Stringer is and how quickly he can accelerate. He is out of there for a huge one. That'll help the Heisman hopes for sure. And that'll do it for this one. Another blowout dub to bounce back. A 2-pick game is nothing crazy for Stringer. A 2-pick game is nothing crazy for Stringer at this point, and it seems like those numbers aren't going to be enough to win him the Heisman Trophy again. But now we got the big one, man, taking on Ohio State and Avon Barksdale Jr. This is a game that I think is quickly going to become a rivalry in the Big Ten, and defense is going to start this out with a fumble. We got offense in prime position here. I am noticing for some reason Avon Barksdale just isn't on their depth chart, even though he's the highest overall receiver. That's kind of annoying. So that battle will have to wait till next season, but this game is still just as important, and Stringer's going to get his first of the day on the corner route. What are you doing, bro? We're going to take this back to the crib again. And Stringer starts celebrating a little bit early, but ends up getting away. We're starting to pile on those pick sixes a little bit. So a 2-score lead is feeling pretty good, but Ohio State could show some firepower at any moment. Big third down, we're sitting in cover 3, and they just hit us with the 4 verts. That sliced us up. All right, so the Bucks are starting to move, but down on the goal line here, their quarterback's going to try to throw out, but on the goal line here, the quarterback is going to try to throw across his body, and we get the pick. Let's go. Just like that, this will swing to a 21-point lead. Just one play could easily put this game away, and I think we're going to get it here. That crosser has turned out to be the money play for Stringer, and this could be another pick 6. All we got to do is make the quarterback miss, and we will get in. All right, man, this is a good game. I'm feeling pretty safe and going in man coverage again here. We had the pick in our hands, but it goes right through Stringer, and that is sadly going to be a touchdown. Not trying to see this get interesting. Let's just keep piling it on. They haven't run that halfback screen yet. I'm kind of looking out for it, and they are still just dinking and dunking. It's not over yet, man. OSU started to run a good balance, and going up the middle, they get a touchdown to cut it to a 2-score game. Time is running out for Ohio State, though. They can't dink and dunk forever, and they go back to the route we got beat on last time. This time, Stringer's on it, and this is going to be a 3rd pick 6 on the day. This has turned out to be one of his best games. He's gone crazy against the best teams we played so far in this season. As long as they pass the ball, he's getting picks. Final chance for a pick on the Hail Mary. I purposely put as few guys back there as possible, but Stringer's not going to be able to get this one. Still a great game though, man. We've been balling against a tough schedule, and Stringer comes up big. And dude, this #1 Heisman spot has just kept on cycling. Stringer stayed right here at number 2. With 1 game left in the regular season, he's sitting at 25 interceptions. Once again, just a little bit down from last year. In the final game, we got Iowa. Not sure how much they're going to pass the ball, but Stringer's going to start it off with a pick. And dude, tell me this penalty's not on us. This is going to go back to the crib, but we get a stupid roughing the passer. Didn't even affect the play. And now Iowa's putting a drive together. They're going hurry up, which is weird, but we get the stop on 3rd down. And we might be on upset alert here against the Hawkeyes. Offense has not been doing so hot, and this Iowa team does not look too bad. This game would obviously be just completely different if we had that pick 6. I bet Stringer would have already cut another pick by now. But defense trying to step up. We got a 3rd and super long, and they just dump it off over the middle. Just got to make sure dude doesn't pick this up, and he breaks a tackle. Thankfully, the Stringer's there to make the tackle. And dude, the Iowa quarterback is 10 for 10. But hey, we blocked the field goal. This is actually pretty rough. This would not be helpful to our playoff seed if we lost this game. Just to state the obvious there, as Iowa keeps going with play action. I'm waiting for them to make a mistake, and the quarterback takes a bad sack. Okay, 3rd and 19. Iowa's going to go with this same play they went with before, and that's way short of the sticks. Classic Iowa offense stuff, actually. But yeah, offense seriously decided to take the day off. Kind of feels like we desperately need a Stringer pick, and coming off his man here, he will bait up that in route, and this could be going to the house. Quarterback's the only one with a chance to catch him, and he won't. So we finally got our first points of the day. I feel like that could open up the floodgates, and we're seeing a little C route come up here. Our flat wasn't there, so Stringer goes over and makes the play, and this could be another pick 6. Or for that stupid penalty, this would be our 3rd on the half. Tell me this is not a Heisman performance. This game has been completely taken over by our guy, and Iowa just trying to make something happen before half actually has Dayton Howard wide open, and there is nobody home. That's going to turn into a huge gain. Got a 3rd down here, and sitting in man coverage, they're going to go to the slant, and we get the knockout. Let's go. We survived a potentially rough half there. I just don't know if this Iowa offense has the power to keep up with Stringer here, and Stringer's been dialed in on the run game as well, getting a nice little tackle here. I'm really hoping that Stringer improves his run defense in the NFL. We got a 4th and 10 here to close out this game, but Iowa go into into the air, and man, I baited that up just a little bit too much. We almost had another one. But once again, that Iowa offense maybe just moving too slow. Stringer gets the tackle for loss. This turned out to be one of his best tackling games, and we get a nice little sack. So 4th and goal potentially for the game, and I don't care. We're gonna bait this up too, and Stringer will be able to just barely get to it this time. Nice little over the shoulder catch, and something about this Iowa offense. I don't know if these boys are super slow or what, but Stringer will get out of there again. This time it's 95 yards to the crib. Our offense literally has 65 yards, and we're winning this game by 3 scores. If Stringer just gets a couple more picks, he could actually get to 30 on the season here, and they throw the drag, man. They don't usually throw that on here, and that is of course going to be an easy pick 6. How about 4 on the day for the boy? Seriously huge for the Heisman hopes. And sadly we don't get that 5th pick, but still a big dub. And dude, I'm about to show y'all this crazy stat. We got outgained 400 to 100 and still won 35 to 13. This was literally a single-handed dub by Stringer. He had 4 tackles for loss as well as 4 pick 6s. This has to be glitched out. Like, how are we not at the top of this after 4 pick 6s? Seriously, this dude only threw for 240 yards last game. So we got a rematch in the conference championship game. Penn State's ranked number 1 now. We got to do a better job of defending the run this time around, and Stringer getting caught lacking in coverage there. Penn State will get a big completion. So Penn State's off to a great start on this first offensive drive. Hopefully we come up with some goal line magic. And on 3rd and goal here, looks like we got some slants coming. Quarterback will just roll out and throw it out of bounds, so we do end up getting a stop. But this is not good. Offense starts it out with a turnover, and the Nittany Lions already have a chance to take a 2-score lead, but good defense on the counter there. So we'll have another big 3rd down. Penn State's going with a little 5 wide action, and let's see, looking for routes over the middle, and they slice up our cover 3, getting down to the 1 again. This balanced offense has been seriously difficult to stop, and Stringer really gets caught lacking in man coverage. That'll be a touchdown. This game has pretty much been a disaster so far, but okay, we get a big sack on 2nd down, so a chance to potentially make a play here on 3rd and long. Let's see, looks like they're just going with verts, and I'm trying to bait that up. Looks like he will throw it. Give me that. All right, Stringer, let's take this back. Oh no, dude, the tight end got us. Still a big play, but I feel like offense needed a better return. Okay, they do get a touchdown though. That's big. So Stringer gives our team a little bit of momentum. We're right back in this, and the Penn State running back has to fumble that. We've actually done a pretty good job of containing him, but trying to make a play in man coverage here on 3rd down, they go to the corner, and right when I say that, dude, he's gonna get a big catch. And Penn State's run this jet motion a million times, still hasn't been a jet touch pass, and Stringer will track down the quarterback. Absolutely need the red zone stop here, man. Come on, they're going RPO, and we get the pick. Let's go. Stringer's teammate coming up big. I don't even know who that is, but offense just goes 3 and out. We're gonna have to come up with another stop before halftime, but for whatever reason, we're really struggling to stop this running back when he split out wide. It feels like Penn State's literally been on our side of the field the whole game, and I think it's more of an offensive problem than a defensive problem. We've been pretty good, and thankfully we get a huge touchdown coming out of halftime. This is going to be a battle to the end though. Let's see what we get here on 3rd down. They are just going to run the ball, and dude breaks out of a tackle, but we're still able to get him just short. And now we're rolling. Let's go. They give us an 8-point lead. The pressure has been shifted to Penn State here, and Test and Stringer on the bubble screen. Sit down. Big play will bring Penn State to a 3rd down, and they're just trying the screen. I didn't see it early enough, but that'll fall incomplete, and they're actually going to punt. Offense not able to kill the clock, but only 2 minutes left for Penn State. We could end the game right here, and oh my god, dude, they're chucking it up deep. Don't get turned around, cornerback. Thank you. Always freaks me out when the CPU takes a shot and we can't click on. We got to at least make Penn State earn this. And on 3rd down, they're going to try to slice up our cover 3 going over the middle, but a huge knockout. Let's see what they go with on 4th down here. Half expecting a run, but they are going to pass it and just barely pick it up. This would be a great time for Stringer to come up with a signature game-sealing pick, but guarding the tight end, he might have baited that up a little bit too much, and oh no, dude, I did not think the quarterback was going to be able to throw that on the run, and that could tie this game up. An absolutely brutal mistake by Stringer, and they're going direct snap. The halfback will hurdle into the end zone. Man, Stringer may have just blown the conference championship game for his team, and offense turned it over. Penn State will have a shot at a field goal to win the game, and that is going to be good. Are you kidding me? I think Stringer just lost himself the Heisman Trophy and lost Oregon a bye in the playoffs as well. And despite leading the team in tackles and having an interception, this was the worst game of his career. He gave up 2 touchdowns, including just a game changer. So we'll see if he still won the Heisman, but after that, I'm not sure if he deserves it. All right, moment of truth. Stringer did win Player of the Year with 30 interceptions, and let's see. He will indeed win his second Heisman Trophy. Okay, man, we'll take it. I mean, looking at the stats, he deserved it, right? He will also, of course, win every other award. But after that loss, he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder, and we're taking on who else but LSU in the first round. So Stringer's going to get a chance at redemption against his father's alma mater, and this time we're hosting a playoff game. We do have him do a third down here. I'm kind of looking out for the screen, but they'll go to the seams, and Stringer picks it off. Let's go. That's a tough play to make, and he is going to be in a foot race with the quarterback for the end zone. Can he get there? He'll swerve back inside, and maybe I should have just gone straight for the pylon. Still a huge play by Stringer there. His offense cashes it in for 6. He's still got a lot of work to do to redeem himself for what happened last game, but this defense looking good so far. And Stringer's trying to help out in run support here, going ahead and getting his second tackle for loss. So we'll have a big 3rd and 12. Watching out for the screen, and looks like they're just going to try to attack the curl, and that's going to be just short. They only had 2 routes on the field, and surprisingly, they just kick a field goal there. And this time our offense is on their game in front of the home crowd. Feels like defense is dialed in on this one as well, as Stringer's baiting up the middle, and they just throw it right to him. This should be a pick 6, but dude, LSU's players on offense have been shot out of a cannon trying to stop him, as we take a nice 14-point lead. 2 picks for Stringer in the first half will get him to 32 on the season, and the stadium is rocking on 3rd down here, as LSU's quarterback is just going to scramble, and Stringer will track him down. I was scared I was going to miss that tackle. Okay, great half for the fellas there. This is looking pretty good. Stringer might just be getting the revenge he's been looking for, and reading the halfback screen here, we're finally going to get one of these. Let's go. This will, of course, go back to the bank for Stringer's 3rd pick of the day. Bang. I wouldn't say he's totally made up for what happened last game yet, but he's doing his best. And how about 4 on the day in the college football playoffs? Can we take this back? I thought someone was going to come out of nowhere and get me, but we actually got a wall of blockers, and Stringer will outspeed everybody, showing that he really did deserve that Heisman Trophy right now. This has turned into a pretty big lead, but the game's not over yet. We've seen some pretty crazy things happen this season, really just with those Penn State games, I guess. Hopefully we can get a nice little stop on this 3rd down, as LSU's quarterback taken off, and looked like we were going to push him over the line, but it'll be 4th and inches. And it said that they were going to kick a field goal, but they must have run a fake or something, because now they got 1st and goal, and they are going to score to make it a 2-score game. Offense pretty much closes it out with a big touchdown though, and at this point we're just playing to pad Stringer's season stats. But sadly, no more picks for the boy. We get out of there with a huge dub though. Stringer came through big time for the home fans, had a nice tackling game, and 4 picks. And in the quarterfinals, we'll be taking on Tennessee. Hopefully they're not running that wide stat crap. And this playoff bracket looking kind of interesting here. Stringer's gonna have to keep balling out to get us another win. I'm not sure exactly what I should expect against Tennessee. They are a hurry up offense, which we haven't played against a ton this season, I feel like. But that does just mean more opportunities to get picked, as they go with the halfback screen there. I didn't see that coming at all. And offense struggling on their first couple of drives. Usually not a great sign, but we'll see what happens here. I do have a feeling Tennessee's gonna find a way to put up some points in this game, but they're going over the middle here. You should not have done that. And Stringer will get his first pick of the day. Believe that's number 35 on the season. The numbers are truly getting pretty crazy. I do want to get to 40 before it's all said and done, and if they keep running plays like this, we will. Dude, anytime we get that crosser, anytime, there's like a 60% chance I'll pick it off, and Stringer's gonna rumble deep into Tennessee territory. Okay, so nice 13-point lead. This team is clearly fired up after our fluky loss to Penn State. I haven't been crazy impressed with the Vols offense so far, and on 3rd down, they're trying to go over the middle, but their quarterback has antsy feet, and we'll just get a 3 and out. Okay, this might actually turn into another blowout, and their quarterback just does not seem like a guy. On 3rd and 9, they're running some crosser action, and oh dude, I wasn't expecting that one from the left side. They're just gonna get Stringer on that one. Maybe could have got it if we LB'd. That gives Tennessee a little bit of life, but we've done a great job getting after that quarterback. That's sack number 3 on the day. I'm trying to bait up the corner route here, but honestly, they've done a decent job of dealing with man coverage. coverage. I should probably just stick with my trusty cover 3. And Tennessee's going 5 wide here. I don't like the look that we came out in, and they will find the middle for a touchdown. I do kind of feel like Stringer's primed for another pick though. And oh, I actually really bought that run fake. They just dump it to the flats. I think they were going to have the crosser open. So defense continues to come up big, and offense going to get a field goal. Okay. A 16-point lead feels pretty secure, but you just never know. Tennessee's kind of figured some things out on offense. Their quarterback seems to be slowly but surely regaining confidence, and they're down in field goal range. Some kind of turnover here would totally crush them. And let's see what we got. Halfback's going to swing out. We got the crosser. Ooh, I thought he was going to throw that. Instead, he goes to our corner, and that's almost as good. Tennessee's running out of time to make something happen, and going with a back shoulder throw here. That is dangerous, but he drops it. So we got 4th and 4 for the game. Let's see what we got. Just looking for that crosser again, and looks like we're going to get some trailers. Quarterback just scrambles into nothingness, and that should do it. This will be another pretty dominant win against a good SEC team, as Stringer baits up the flats and almost got in there with one hand. I don't know why the CPU just loves to throw that flat route so much. It's so easy to bait up, and so is this, man. Stringer gets it, and just for some style points, we'll take it back for his 3rd pick of the day as we close further and further in on 40. I would love to get another one this game, and we're matched up against this slow tight end. This seems like a good opportunity. Give me that. They're just making it too easy on our boy, and with 4 picks, Stringer will end the game 33-7 final. He has been on an absolute rampage in the playoffs, and I didn't even realize they credited us with a sack for some reason. I don't know when that happened. And funny enough, we got Pitt in the college football playoff semifinal. Stringer's coming into this game with 38 interceptions. And damn, Penn State did lose, so we won't get our revenge. Looks like it's Georgia or USC on the other side. According to the rankings, Pitt is the 2nd best team in the country. I don't know about that, man. Stringer's gonna start it out with a pick. We'll see how this goes. But that's a pretty good way to crack it open. The duck is hyped up. Stringer is officially 1 pick away from 40 on the season. And here on their 2nd drive, they're actually gonna throw it right to Stringer's teammate. I thought we were about to bait up that crosser, but we'll take it. Gotta keep the foot on the gas here. Pitt seems to be trying to establish the run game, but Stringer's on it. His tackle gets broken though. Seen this a few times this season. Stringer's dad would never. Once again, something to work on in the future, but this time Stringer is gonna lay down a big hit to make up for it. Pitt has gotten down to the goal line though, and I'm gonna be honest, dude, this quarterback is way faster than I thought. He has some crazy acceleration. Let's see if we can get some red zone magic here. Stringer is coming off his man-to-man coverage. Quarterback's rolling out and stupidly throws it right to Stringer, and this is gonna turn into a pick 6. That is Stringer's 40th on the season, and it's one of the biggest of his career. Let's go. This game really could not be going better, and lurking in run support again here. Stringer will lay the boom. Kind of surprised that these boys are trying to run, but obviously the passing game hasn't worked at all for them so far. They could stay in the game if they get a touchdown before halftime. Another interception down here would be beautiful, and Stringer's starting to really rack up the tackle numbers in this one. And looks like Pitt's going to take a shot to the back of the end zone here. We've got a guy there, but he can't make a play. Come on. So Pitt just barely hanging around, but we get a big sack on 2nd down. So the Panthers will have a 3rd and super long, and quarterback just scrambling. There's too many guys there. He'll have to slide. Offense pretty much puts this game away, and Pitt gonna go to the air again. And like, why is he throwing that? That'll be a pick for Kingston Lopa, and he'll take that to the crib. We are just dominating in the playoffs so far. We need some more picks here. I'm trying to exceed Nick Sabaka numbers, and here we go. That's number 3 on the day for the boy. He really has just been delivering in the playoffs, but damn, dude, this quarterback is fast as hell. I'm gonna try to swerve around him. That's not really gonna work out though. All good. Pitt has got the ball back. We got another shot. They're gonna huck it to Stringer's teammate instead, but Thudi has 2 picks on the day. Okay, so that'll cap off another just blowout win. We are rolling through these teams, but I have a feeling the Natty's going to be a little bit trickier. And we're going to be taking on a fellow Big Ten team, USC, in the Natty. I guess the Big Ten is really just it this year. Let's get it. The Trojans have Lenora Sellers at quarterback, who I would assume is going to be a pretty big scrambling threat. And we have a 3rd down already. USC's going with the verts and throwing it right to Stringer. Dude, come on. Let's take this to the crib. We just got a big man to get around, and we can't quite do it. Maybe I should have just kept it outside, but love to see it. Stringer's starting out the Natty with a pick. He's closing in on 45 at this point, I think. Well, the offense only gets 3. Okay. Still feeling pretty good about this one, as Sellers is going to keep it here, and Stringer forces the fumble, but oh, dude, no way they reacted that quick to it. Would have been great if we could have picked that up, obviously. But love to see Stringer forcing a fumble. Doesn't happen a lot. And we've got USC to 3rd down again. Motioning out the running back. Let's see what we got. Looks like it's just verticals, and Sellers is going to scramble. We got to get there, and Stringer Stringer will, yes sir. USC is going to try an incredibly long field goal, but from 58 yards out, they're going to drill it. That's unbelievable. And offense throws a red zone interception. The tide has definitely shifted in USC's favor, but the good news is they have been pretty pass heavy, so I feel good about our chances getting another pick. Lenore's trying to scramble there and actually manages to break out of a tackle. That could have been crazy. So we got 3rd and 13. I'm sending the blitz again, and okay, same play we got the pick on. This time Sellers able to extend the play, but the heat gets in. Let's go. It unfortunately looks like offense is going to be pretty much useless, so defense is going to have to be even better than normal, but Stringer will get his second pick of the day there. Stayed down low to lurk up that in route, and that's easy cash, has been all season. And this time offense punches it in. Are not to feel good with 2 picks on the half. We'll see if USC leans on the run game a little bit more. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do it really at all. They have not come into this with a winning game plan, and Stringer's sitting down the running back. And this time USC is going to the air, but they have a perfect cover 3 beater slicing us up and putting themselves right down on the goal line. This team has made some plays down here though. Let's see. We're sitting in the cover 2, and they're just going to be out of bounds in the back of the end zone. Okay, 3rd and goal. Let's hold them to a field goal here, boys. They're going to go right to Stringer again. What are you doing, Sellers? We can't quite get out of there, but that's just a huge play from Stringer. 3 picks in the half, and the natty is crazy. Offense continues to sputter, but Stringer is dialed in. He's definitely getting at least 1 more turnover this game. Giving up any kind of points here would be tough with the way offense is playing, and they're going with a sweep here. Sit down. Stringer's played some really good run defense in this game, but the wear and tear has been affecting him a little bit. Let's see what we got on 3rd and 11. They're going with quads, and looks like a little fake screen. Oh god, they've got a guy wide open. Way too much time for Sellers. That's easy cash. And offense goes 3 and out. They have almost quite literally done nothing in this game at all, and the wear and tear is really starting to affect him. He's minus 16 speed now, as USC just gashing us up the middle, and Stringer's not even fast enough to catch that guy right now. This is not good, man. A bad time for Stringer to get dinged up, but still making a strong tackle on the running back. And it's going to be another huge 3rd down. Can't give up a touchdown here, and Stringer baiting up again, but not fast enough to make the play. We at least get a knockout. And yeah, offense is officially useless. I don't know what to do. It seems clear that Stringer's going to have to do it himself, but trying to tackle Sellers here, his agility, acceleration, and speed is just gone. It's going to be really hard for him to make plays. He's essentially playing injured. Hopefully he can get it together, and defensive line coming through for a sack there. That's big. Time is really starting to tick down in this game. We're under 4 minutes, and oh dude, they go with a screen. I didn't see it in time. We probably wouldn't have been able to get there anyways. And that'll bring us to 3rd down and long. Stringer is even more dinged up after that play. Appears to literally be limping, as Sellers will take off again here. We will get him in the backfield. Pass rush has been great. We just need offense to do something. Okay, they're starting to drive it a little bit. At least get a field goal, boys. They will get a touchdown. Yes, sir. All we have to do is hold it down for a minute, and they're just going to go dink and dunk. That is a-okay. They'll have to use one of their timeouts. Okay, good start. We're seeing some quads here, and Stringer trying to bait up the crosser. They will once again just take the underneath. Sellers looks a little bit gun shy. He's gotten sacked so many times. And here on 3rd down, I'm just lurking up that curl. Sellers will take off up the middle, and can we please force a fumble here? No. It's looking a little bit scary, guys. Under a minute left. Let's see what we got. They're going to the seams, and we can't get a knockout. Number 11 breaks loose, and he's off to the races. A disaster, and they're down to the 6. It's gonna have to be the goal line defense again. Let's see what we can do. Stringer sitting in the cover 2, and they go to the corner of the end zone. USC with a potential game-winning touchdown. Okay, offense, we can redeem it all here. 30 seconds to get a field goal. They started out with a big play. Come on, man. 19 seconds, 1 timeout left. They are in field goal range. Just need them to make the field goal, and we're headed to overtime. Offense has been bad all day, but they've clutched up, and with Stringer incredibly injured, we've got to find a way to get a stop. We have been getting to Sellers. It'll be 3rd and 5. Watching for the screen. Stringer's got to guard this deep, and trying to bait up the crosser, they'll just dump it down underneath. USC living to fight another day. With Stringer's current speed situation, we just can't trust him in man coverage. I'll have to try to bait something up in the cover 2, and Sellers just taking off. Looks like he can get to the end zone, but he'll slide. All right, goal line defense. Come on, man. This defense is clearly just completely different when Stringer's not really in the picture, but we stop him just short. 3rd and inches here. Stringer's manned up on the tight end. They're just gonna run it, and we can't get there. The drama continues. We head to overtime number 2, and if they run the ball like this, it's not gonna work out, as Stringer was too slow to make the tackle, and they're gonna get an easy touchdown again. It's been defense that's let us down in this part of the game. Need to stop the 2-point conversion, man. Come on, they're going right over Stringer. Oh man, I was not expecting that route on the 2. Actually a crazy play call. All right, can offense come through one last time? 3rd and goal, and they're gonna get a touchdown. It's up to the 2-point conversion, and they hit it. So we're down to trading 2-point conversions, and they're gonna go with a direct snap. Normally Stringer would have gotten there, but he was too slow. All right, so we head to overtime number 4 in the Natty. This is crazy, man. Gotta find a way to stop them. And we're sitting in the cover 2. This time they go to the corner of the end zone and get it. Biggest sim of the season right here, and man, they actually got it. Wow. And they get another one headed into overtime number 5. Come on, man. We got to get a stop. It looks like they're going to run the ball, and Stringer trying to plug it up. We stop them short, and the Oregon Ducks have won the national championship. What an absolutely crazy game. And I mean, Stringer was obviously the MVP, but offense really clutched up with Stringer being injured in the second half. Stringer showed a lot of heart, man. He could barely move at the end of the game, but led the team in tackling with 3 picks. Stringer finishes the season with 115 tackles, 8 for loss, a sack, 44 interceptions, 4 deflections, and 16 defensive touchdowns. The best season in college football history. Now the question is, does Stringer come back? He's a shoo-in for number 1 pick in the draft, but I kind of want to see if he can get to 50 picks in his senior year of college. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.